participants, and I hope some more may join. First of all, I welcome Joan from Philippines, the assistant country coordinator and the best teacher winner, award winner teacher. She is going to speak to us today about Globe Observer apps and IVSS. She has been working with the students in schools in Philippines, and her experience will be very helpful to us. Let me tell you that there are 16,000 students in her school. Such a large number in one school, 16,000. And that's a great number. So that is quite a big school. Am I right, Joy? So many parties, so many students in your school. Before I request her to start, let me request all the students, all the country coordinators, all the teachers, please encourage your students to contribute poster competition, to send the posters before December 15th. Every poster we receive, we will send a certificate. If you want to earn a certificate, please contribute poster. And these posters will be used on the website, will be sent to GIO. On the basis of this, when we will have face-to-face meeting, we will consider inviting the winners of the posters under exchange program. Couple of minutes before, I was speaking to Shan, who is the country coordinator in Maldives. And he's very keen to invite expedition to the sea in Maldives in April, subject to the conditions. If it is normal, we will keep you informed. And we will like those participants, now we are 43, please put up the name of your country so that we can see that how many countries have joined and participating today. So may I request you join now to start your presentation. And if you have any question, then you can use the chat box so that Joan can react back and ask you, give the answers to your questions. Joan, okay.
Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me start with a warm greetings from the Philippines. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our attendees. Let's have a quick check of the attendance. Do we have participants from Australia? Kindly click raise hand button. Okay, how about India? Is there anybody raising hand from India? Okay, next we have Nepal.
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Thank you so much. Okay, and Philippines. Hello, students and teachers from Philippines. Okay, we also have from Sri Lanka.
Yes, John.
Nepal.
Yeah, yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, how about Taiwan? Hello, Dr. Piliang. Belated happy birthday. And we also have Thailand.
Online na lang, sir.
Why? Also
Thank
from
you
Nepal.
so much. And Vietnam. Do we have somebody from Vietnam? Okay, nobody is raising hand. Okay, so here in this screen we have here reminders. Okay, so first is answer the attendance form. I sent the
Join.
link in the chat.
Join. We also have from Nepal. From
Oh,
Nepal.
we also have from Nepal. Hello. Thank you so much. Okay.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And I hope this year more students will be joining IVSS from the Asia Pacific region. Okay, so again, first reminder is to answer the attendance form. Okay, please take note that how you encode your name is important. It is how it will appear in the certificate of participation and attendance that will be sent by the Asia Pacific. Second is kindly download the Globe Observer app. Okay, so it is free. Kindly type in your smartphone Globe Observer, either from the Apple App Store or from the Google App Store. You can download it for free. And we will be using this today. So I hope you have your Globe Observer app. And third, I would ask you to participate and ask questions along the way. Just raise your hand or click your mic so that I can address you. Okay, to formally start our webinar for today, our topic is Globe Observer app and the IVSS. What is IVSS? It is also known as International Virtual Science Symposium. Here are what you will learn for today. So first is how to join the IVSS 2022. I will be discussing the timeline, the steps in joining the IVSS, the requirements that you need to comply to be able to join or participate the IVSS, and the data that you need for IVSS. Okay, so the data are very important in research. So you must be able to use the Globe Observer app, or you can also use manual or the automated data from atmospheric stations. Okay, you can also do that, or you can use the manual way of collecting the data. Okay, so next we have here why use Globe Observer app. What are the features of Globe Observer app? What are the protocols included in the app? And we are going to have a practice. How are we going to use the Globe Observer app, especially for those? Let me ask. Is there new students here? New students and new teachers from the attendees? Kindly raise your hand. I mean, you were not able to use this app before. Is there anybody who were not able to use the Globe Observer app before in their science project? Okay, thank you for raising hand. How about other students? I am waiting for the grade 7 students to raise hand. Thank you very much. So I have here Sile, Kiban, somebody from Crescent Academy, Denver, 1232, secondary school, April, and many others. Thank you very much. Okay, so I hope you are now downloading the app. So while you are downloading the app, I have here my co-teacher, a Globe teacher also from the Philippines. She participated in different Globe activities, and I will be asking her to share her experiences in Globe and the use of Globe Observer app and participation in IVSS and other programs of Globe. Ma'am Rodora Hamero, good afternoon.
Yes, Ma'am Joanne, thank you so much po. Good afternoon, everyone from Philippines. And thank you for having me here. I would want to share to you my experience in the IVSS. So to start, I joined the Globe program mid of 2019 before the global pandemic. Prior to that, I was able to join some of the activities of Globe here in the Philippines, like the Globe Sika, which was held in Quezon City Memorial Circle and NASA in Clark, Pampanga. I am so grateful to be part of the Globe program since I was able to experience many of the exciting activities, like when I joined the Globe Thailand Student Exchange last November 2019 and meet with many Globe officials, students, of course, and teachers. Not to mention the IVSS, which gave me a grasp on the importance of researching. Me and my researchers, Karil and Marian, started the study mid of December 2019. As IVSS is a way for our students to showcase their research and hard work to benefit us. Me and my researchers experienced not only under the sun, but also rain doing the study. Skip our lunch on time, go home late in the afternoon. We actually spend Valentine's Day on the study site. Then there's the Taal volcano that erupted February of 2020, 4 weeks after putting up our materials. But then we never gave up. Instead, we enjoyed everything that we do. We received 3 badges from our 2020 research entry. And I guess that is more than enough. Doing the IVSS research to benefit the environment. And looking forward again to join the next IVSS. Thank you very much. And
Thank you
good day.
very much, Ma'am Hamero, for sharing your wonderful experiences with the Globe program and joining IVSS. And again, I would like to thank Globe Thailand, IPST, for the wonderful experiences shared to the Philippines. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's give her a clap. Kindly clap for Ma'am Rhoda. Thank you very much again, Ma'am Rhoda. Okay, next we have Josiah. Let me call Josiah Myron Josanta. He is an IVSS winner from the Philippines and a Globe student. I want him to share his experience in IVSS and his participation in the Globe program. So I hope this his message will encourage more students to join IVSS and be active in the Globe program. Good afternoon, Josiah.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Josiah Myron Santa. I'm one of the winners from the Globe IVSS 2019, and I also attended the symposium back in Michigan. So there are many lessons that I had attained before, during, and after joining the International Virtual Science Symposium. So before the event, so we make the order for the composition of the project. In making the study for IVSS, it involves 3 news process as it cannot be made in a wink of an eye. The study requires collaboration, so my colleague and I not only made the study by ourselves, but of course with the help of other people. This includes our mentors or our teachers, classmates, students, and the whole school. Of course, with the Globe application, we had utilized this together to complete our data collection for the project. And since the project is a community-based study, to be able for it to be successful, we involved the barangay or one of the smallest communities in Philippines, together with the officials and the citizens around the perimeter. In this way, we connect with each other through science for the benefit of our country. So next is during the event, going to USA was the first country I had been outside the Philippines. It was a remarkable experience I enjoyed this place that we stayed, and Detroit is a pretty place. We had been roaming around Detroit, and I appreciate the culture that they have. People in Michigan were friendly despite the different cultures we have. We also made a study that was presented during the roundtable discussion, aside from the study that we had presented during the IVSS. All of the students around the symposium went to Howell Nature Center, which has a good environment. We also did not go there to study, but also to engage and connect with each other students internationally through Globe. We take scientific observations together about the environment, and I also rode kayak, which was a great memory for me back in the nature center. They also shared the cultures, and we had great fun that night before going back to the hotel. And additionally, having colleagues with students from different countries was amusing, as I had made friends with them who had successfully presented our study, and the feedback was amazing from the different NASA scientists. Because of collaboration, we had accomplished our experiment in a short time. And I also made friends throughout the symposium. He had a good relationships with the other students, and even now we still communicate and or talk with each other. They are great people, and you can see the culture that they have as you communicate with each other. Not only that, not only did we know each other, but we also help each other. Through Globe events, we still collaborate and learn science in a bigger scope. And after the event, after the IVSS, we had the opportunities that I had been involved of the event. After the event, doing science isn't halted. I still obtain scientific observations through the Globe application, and there were several events that I had joined from NASA. I had been invited to join the Camp 2X. I have been able to communicate with the NASA scientists who work together to collect airborne data about the atmosphere of our country, which is the Philippines. Additionally, I'm more involved with research nowadays, and I help students with their IVSS students. I also joined the various NASA campaigns like the Tree Height and Tracer AQ campaigns. Truly, Globe IVSS was a great opportunity for me to be more involved in science. Even if I am a student, I still contribute data that are significant for the environment. It doesn't stop on winning the IVSS as I continue to learn more about our environment. It is a remarkable journey for me to begin with. Thank you for listening, and God bless to everyone.
Thank you so much, Josiah. So I know students are now inspired from your experiences. But let me ask the students, can you raise your hand if you were inspired from the Josiah's experience? Okay, so Denver, raise hand. How about others? Were you inspired by Josiah? Yeah, so we have a lot of students inspired by you, Josiah. Thank you so much. So I hope this year we will have, okay, so we will be expecting more participants from the Asia Pacific region. Okay, so to everyone who are joining the IVSS 2022, okay, so we have here Globe International Virtual Science Symposium 2022. Okay, so this year it will focus on engineering solutions for a changing climate. Okay, so what is that? Okay, so let me read directly from the Globe website. What is it about? So students are encouraged to think creatively about solving environmental issues through engineering-minded solutions concerning climate change. Okay, so we are also encouraging students to present their research in creative ways, such as through storytelling tools like videos, online media, storyboards, or drawings, and many more. Okay, so the first band, okay, so you have here a badge. Okay, it is known as I am an engineer. So, and then you can use additional 3 badges. Okay, so for the IVSS, the badges is used in IVSS, and you should tell a story of how you will be considered as an engineer. So in this case, an engineer, and then you can use other badges and explain how you become an engineer, and etc. or others. Okay.
This should be 22, 12/3/22.
Yes. Okay, so now here we have the timeline. Okay, so these are the important dates for the IVSS. Okay, so January 1, I did not include the prior dates prior to today. So I have here January 1 to March 11, 2022. Okay, so the Globe will start to accept your project. And then on March 11, 2022, due date for all student reports or project. Okay, please be mindful because they will not score your project if you submitted it late. Okay, next is March 30, 2022 at 10 a.m. MT. Okay, judging webinar for teacher. It is also an opportunity for teacher to judge. Okay, so you can be a judge. Okay, you just need to apply through a form provided in the Globe website. Okay, you can go to the Globe website by typing in your URL globe.gov. And on March 30 to April 6, 2022, it's the judging period. And next, April 22, 2022, feedback and virtual badges. Okay, so from the experiences, the feedback can be found below the submitted project or through your email. And on April 22, 2022, on Earth Day, okay, Earth Day address, drawing for stipends. Okay, so here the winners will be announced. Okay, so if there is any question about this timeline, is there any question, guys? Okay, if there is none, let me move on to the next page. Okay, so I have here the Globe teacher. Okay, so the Globe teacher has a very important role in the Globe program because they are the one who implements the Globe in their classroom using the inquiry-based science project. So you are very important and the Globe relies on you. Okay, so the Globe teachers also comes from the Globe School. Okay, so recognized Globe School. Okay, so the teacher should undergo to be able to be considered as a Globe teacher. One should undergo trainings. There are different trainings conducted by the Globe program in the different countries, but you can also do it online. Okay, so if it is not possible for you to attend the face-to-face training, you can do it online. There is a link found in the Globe website where you can choose to have an online training. Okay, next is create student account. Okay, so one of the role of the teacher is to create the student account. Okay, please do remember, students, that you cannot create your own account because the Globe is observing. Okay, we are observing and mindful of the data privacy of students. And also, it is also to make sure, okay, to make sure that the data being collected by the student is assisted by the teacher. Okay, so during the collection, the student should be assisted by the teacher to make sure that the data is of standard. Okay, so how are you going to create student account? Okay, first you need to log in to your Globe teacher account. Okay, so you can log in again by going to the page globe.gov and then log in using your email and password. And then next, you have to click My Page. My Page is found in the picture. Okay, in your account there is a picture, and you just need to click the picture. And then when you click it, you need to click the View Student Account. It is found in the lower part of the page. So click View Student Account, and next you click New Account. Okay, and you need to complete the information needed in creating account by first you need to check the box to be included. Okay, so the box is pertaining to the word to be included in the email of the student. And then you need to create a name of the student and the password of the student, and then you just need to click submit. Okay, what is a student account? Okay, student account can be shared by many students, as many as 50 students. Okay, so you can create one account for your class and it can be shared by all. Okay, and when the students submit a data, okay, so they will be receiving feedback from NASA. Most of the times, I have here students. Anybody, students, kindly raise your hand if you receive a message or an email from NASA. Okay, so some of my students, of our students, actually receive feedback from NASA when they are conducting or collecting data. Okay, so those are one of the benefit of being a Globe member. So you receive directly from scientists. Okay, so they were analyzing your data and they even suggest research topics. Okay, so those are one in the email, and then they will be asking you to maybe repeat collecting data or to do more data collections and so on and so forth. And they will be asking you to communicate more. Okay. So next is to guide students. Okay, so the GLOW program is concerned with the safety of the student and teacher. So in the GLOBE protocols, it is included there. One part of that is the safety precautionary measures. It is both present in the field work guides, okay, and also in the laboratory guides. Okay, so you should be able to guide the students and to make sure that the safety precautionary measures were observed during collection of data. And then is to guide students in the use of the protocols in collecting the data. So what from experience, what we do is we discuss the protocols before going to the field. Okay, so the student must understand every part of the protocols before you ask the students to go to the field or to start the experimentation in the laboratory. Okay, so and then you can bring a copy of the protocols. Okay, so protocols in the laboratory and the field so that you have your guide from time to time along with your materials. Of course, make sure that you have complete sets of materials before going out for experimentations. Okay, next is a GLOBE teacher must also make sure that the research ethics were observed. Okay, so you should make sure that everyone is cited, okay, and there is no plagiarism in the research of the student. And next here is documentation, okay? For the documentation, we have to consider that each country or each school have a requirement for us to secure to be able to join the IVSS, like for example, permission to join, the parents permit, and so on and so forth. Okay, so for some, there may be other requirements, but those are the basic. And there is another documentation that you need to guide the students because the GLOBE program, especially in the IVSS, the documentation is included. Like when the students are collecting data, so you should take a video of them or somebody should be taking video of the students collecting data. So those should be in a video or in a photo format so that you can edit it for the presentation. Okay, the presentation is both in video and slide presentation. Okay, moving on. Okay, so now we have the GLOBE students. So who are the GLOBE students? Okay, so GLOBE students, of course, came from the GLOBE schools. So here, GLOBE students pose questions. Okay, you should be able to ask questions and make initial observations about the environment. Okay, so the interest should come from you. Okay, so of course, with the guidance of your teacher. Okay, next is you have to design the investigation and take environmental measures at or near their school, okay, near your school using the GLOBE measurement protocols and appropriate calibrated measurement equipment. You have to take note that you need to calibrate your equipment to make sure that it is working properly, okay? Next is to report their observation to the globe database via internet. Okay, so the globe data, okay, that you are collecting can be used by anybody who is interested in conducting science research. Okay, so your data is contributing, really contributing to the understanding of our environment and the globe. Okay. So next is you have to use tools on the Globe website. Okay, there are different tools in the Globe website. Okay, to create maps and graphs from their own data. Okay, and those of Globe schools around the world. Okay, so I will be teaching you how to access the data in a while. Okay, next is to analyze. Okay, you have to analyze your data and other data sets. Okay, and as well as all scientists do, and at the end of their research. Okay, so you have to do it just like how real scientists do it. Okay, so present and publish the results of their analysis. Okay, so those are the tasks of the students. So you cannot rely on the teachers for everything. Okay, you have to work with the teacher. Okay, so with the guidance of the teacher. Okay, next. Okay, so here are the steps. Okay, so here are the steps that I based on experiences. Okay, so first, okay, students. Okay, so okay, from the sharings a while ago, may I know who are interested to participate in IVSS 2022? Can you raise your hand? Okay, let me ask who. Okay, so I have you 1, 2, 3. How about others? 4. How about other students? I would like to hear from the Philippines. Kindly raise your hand if you will be joining IVSS 2022. Okay, so maybe some are still on deciding point. Okay, so the first task that you are going to do is to look for a globe teacher. Okay, so you need to look for a globe teacher or a coach. Okay, so to be able to help you or guide you along the way. Okay, next is to prepare school permits and etc. Okay, so whatever permits or documentations that is required. Okay, next is of course to have your title proposal to your globe coach. Okay, so it is very important that you discuss the problem. How are you going to do the methodology or the steps? What are the protocols to be included? Anyway, I have mentioned protocols many times a while ago, but protocols, okay, so it refers to the standard procedure. Okay, so standard procedure being used by scientists around the world. Okay, so so that we have a valid, okay, make sure that we have a valid and standard data collected. Okay, so during the title proposal, you will of course agree and disagree on the title and on the review of related literature. You should be able to discuss the supporting literature to your research and consider. Okay, so you need to use different protocols. You have to list down the protocols that you are going to use in the research. Okay, and be familiar with how to do it. And then, of course, the next step is to collect data or the experimentation process. Okay, so during the experimentation process, you must carefully follow the protocols and have a documentation. Okay, next is now the final, dropping of the paper. And after doing the final paper, you have to submit the paper, the poster, and media form, okay, along with other requirements. So these are steps of IVSS. Is there any question? If there is any question, kindly type your question. Yes. Okay. Here I have posted the globe science process. Okay, so here you can see that you need to observe the nature. Okay, so globe is all about environmental studies. So you need to observe nature. Then ask questions and develop hypothesis. Hypothesis refers to educated guess. And then you need to plan and conduct investigations. Then use the Globe Observer app, okay, during your conduct of investigation, and analyze data, analyze and interpret data. Construct explanation from the evidences that you've got, okay? And then you need to communicate the results or the conclusions, okay, through the IVSS or other forms. Okay, so the project, okay, so the project submission or your IVSS submission must include the following item, okay? One is it should have a complete research report submitted as PDF or docs format. Okay, so the completeness of the research report depends on the grade level. Okay, so for this, you need to refer to the rubrics. Okay, so before I forgot, when you discuss, when you ask the teacher to be your coach, then the teacher will also be discussing to you the rubrics, okay? The rubrics of the contest. So it will be dependent on your grade level and your age. So you should take note of that, okay? Next is to select up to 3 badges. Include a short summary of how each badge has been completed in your report, okay? And next is include a presentation about your work. Okay, so it can be in video. Okay, in video hosted by a YouTube. Okay, so you have other platform also, Vimeo, TeacherTube, StoryMap, and etc. Okay, etc. rather. Okay, next is you need to submit also a poster file. Okay, it can be in PPT form, PDF, or image file, or a story map link. Okay, so just the link. Next is thumbnail image. Okay, it is an image to be displayed with a student report. It's a thing to do, so I know students were familiar with the thumbnail image. All individuals who appear in the photos or video, okay, this is very important, must send in a photo release. Okay, so there is a form from the Globe website known as photo release. Okay, you should fill that out and then save all the photo releases form into one file. Okay, and submit this as one file. Okay, next. Okay, so what is Globe Observer? Okay, so a citizen science app. It is a citizen science app. When we say citizen science, because teachers, students, and volunteer, okay, so volunteer science people are using this. So it is known as a citizen science app, allowing volunteers in Globe countries to take observations and contribute to the global learning and observation to benefit the environment or the Globe community. Okay, so it is also a way to collect data to track changes in the environment in support of the Earth system, Earth science system, and interpret NASA and other satellite data. So there are different satellites working on, and this Globe program can help. Globe Observer app can help validate the collected data from the satellite. Okay, so there can be a comparison of the data collected from the satellite and from down here through the Globe Observer app. Okay, an open data set available to scientists and supporting students all ages. Okay, so when we say all ages, it starts from kindergarten, actually from kindergarten to undergraduate students or college students, university students. So of all ages in doing real scientific research through the Globe program. Okay, so here are the Globe protocols for data collection. Okay, so for those students and teachers who have downloaded the Globe Observer app, here are the protocols included in the Globe Observer app. Okay, so you can see the data entry. It is very new. So for now, as of now, it is not yet complete. So they are currently working on it. Okay, next is the clouds. And we also have here the mosquito habitat mapper and the land cover and the trees. Okay, so included here are the listed protocols. Okay, so those are included in the Globe Observer app. So here is the Globe Observer app. You may watch it. So here is the data entry. So soon it will be available, the biosphere, the hydrosphere, and the pedosphere. And there is also a bundle. So here is cloud. Here is the common data that will be collected. Another one is the mosquito app. It's actually very friendly. It has guide all the way. So and the words used can be understood by everyone. So it does not use highfalutin English. And next we have the land cover. And the last one is trees. Okay, so moving on, I would like you to watch an example of the use of the Globe Observer app. Okay, so the clouds. Okay, so now I will be asking you to collect your data from your place. Okay, so just a little bit outside your station. Okay, so if you don't have your student account, you can use here the email. Okay, so you can key in the email posted and the password. Okay, so I will be giving you let's deduce the time to 3 minutes. It's currently 4:48, so I have an hour only. So students, kindly collect your data. Okay, so I think the SCS data that you can collect is the cloud data. So for teachers, let's have a toilet break. Okay, last 1 minute. Okay, so I hope you are done. So please come back. Okay, so here is the data. Okay, so let us assume that you have collected your data, and now you need to process your data. Here is where you are going to go. Okay, so in the screen you can see here the Globe website. It has about. Okay, so get sorted, get trained, do Globe data, community news and events, and support. So here you are going to click the Globe data where you can see and analyze your data. Okay, so it can be the data that you collected or the data from others. So you will simply need to click the link at the side. Okay, so you have here the data entry. So data entry is the desktop format of the Globe Observer, but here you cannot use the data entry. It is the previous one. this here in the photo, I use from the desktop. Okay, so I use a photo from the desktop. So understandable, you cannot use your laptop or your desktop to take a photo of the collected data. Okay, so you will use the camera of your phone or other photos, but you can enter your data through the desktop using data entry. Okay, next is visualize data. Here you can see the data that you have collected or the data from others by clicking the visualize data. And for your IVSS, you need to retrieve data. So you need to go to this link, retrieve data. And you can also use other format, Globe API and others. Okay. So moving on, here is an example of a globe visualization system. It's very easy to use. So I have here a link to the tutorial. Okay, so kindly take a photo. Okay, so I hope you are done. Okay, so let me show you how easy it is to use the Globe website. So here is the Globe data. Just click the Globe data and click the visualize data. Okay, so you just click and then click enter the visualization system. And here you have the steps. Okay, so select the protocols data you would like to visualize. Okay, for today, we did some cloud data collection. So select the date that you want to include. Okay, and then click the measurement to retrieve the data. So for example, let's try. So you just need to click. Okay, so and then you need to locate. Okay, so which place you would like. So here for an example, just an example. Okay, so here are the data. So you can see the photos and associated data about the posted data. Okay, so here is the data counts. So you can check on that. Okay, and you just need to explore. Okay, so it's very easy to use. Next here is the retrieve data. Okay, so you need to access your data and to retrieve it, and you need to use the retrieve data in your IVSS. Okay, so you should download the summary of data and post it directly to your research report. Okay, so here is an example. Okay, so okay, let me show you how. Okay, the same thing. You need to go to the retrieve data. And then click the data tool axis. And then select the protocols. Okay, let's have cloud. And then the date. Okay, let me try 2021. 12/1. Okay, so from December 1. And then from to today, up to today. Okay, so and then site name or country. Let's state Asia Pacific. Then click apply. Okay, so here are the data collected from December 1 to December 3, 2021. So, and then you just need to click download the summary data and include it in your report. Okay. So let me go back to my presentation. Okay, so now it is 2 o'clock. Okay, so we are forming a theme for the AP journal. Okay, so we would like to have the Asia Pacific journal. Okay, so it is an opportunity for teachers and students to be able to publish research reports. So it is, of course, it is an international journal. So if you are interested in joining the AP journal team, please let us know. And that's all. So let me leave to you a word from Margaret Mead, a known scientist. So she said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed people can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Okay, so again, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to all of you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Desh.
Thank you, Joan.